Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently about to wrap up this war. It'll be fine. It'll happen right now. There we go. We're going to enforce those demands. Wonderful. And we're going to disband these troops. That gives us a decent chunk of territory up here. But more important right now is the fact that these two suns exist. They're a big problem for us. We need to get additional success chance and secrecy here. Let's see what we can do. We can get our Spy Master off of disrupt schemes into support schemes. That'll be helpful. So that bumps up our success chance and secrecy pretty dramatically. We now have a better than even chance. And we'll go ahead and allow that to proceed until such a time that we find somebody that will be interested in doing that. Now we can negotiate a couple of alliances here. This guy would be interested in joining an alliance. He's one of our vassals, so we absolutely do that. This guy would be interested in joining an alliance. He's also one of our vassals, and so we do exactly that. We can create this duchy, and we will definitely do so. And we can give that off to this gentleman. There we go. And then, is he the correct religion? He is. Okay, sounds good. We can send our child to university. I believe have we already sent this child to university? No, we haven't done this yet. So we're going to go for diplomacy education, and we're going to send her to university. Fantastic. There we go. And those alliances are coming in nicely. Next, I think we're going to look to... I would love to attack this guy. We still are truced to him, so maybe Estonia instead. He has too many counties. Okay. Can we push other claims against Estonia? Only a single county. Not tremendously great. Is there a crossing here? There is. We could go after Finland. And that one would be solid. We're going to do so. So we are going to raise up our troops here, men-at-arms, and then our levy troops. Both of these will head up over here, and we'll stop gathering our levy troops at... well, we'll call it 10k. That'll be fine. That's 5k, 6k, 7, 8... 9 and 10. Good enough. Nobody would join us on this just yet. Unfortunately. We do have a strong hook on this guy, and that's completely fine. We'll hold on to that for the time being. Any of his other spouses pregnant? Not currently. We had another daughter. Oof, that's bad luck. I mean, once we have a son, having all of these daughters will be useful. But for now, we need a son because they're on male preference primogeniture. That has to happen. Rule, perhaps, but it had to be done. Indeed. We're going to gain a lot of stress from this because we're just, which is unfortunate. We're just getting some bad luck on these child rolls here for right now. Now, we could go for any of these here, and which one do we want to go for? Honestly, hostile scheme success chance is really, really important to us right now. We'll do it. That brings us up to a 66% success chance, 81% secrecy chance. Hopefully our luck on that isn't as bad. Ooh, all of Kiev. Hopefully our luck on that isn't as bad as our luck has been on the children. So that gives us a claim on all of Kiev there. That's actually huge. And then we're going to go, I guess, for Turov up here. So we will go for this right here. Begin fabricating a claim there. Wonderful. So we are sieging over here. This will be no problem. And then we're going to come over here. I'm keeping an eye on his army. It's heading off over this way. I'm content with that for now. 17% per siege isn't bad. We're going to head for their capital next, which will get us about 27%. If we happen to catch his force on the way, that would be great, but I don't think we will. I really don't think we will. Unless he allows us to catch him at the capital and makes like a last stand there. No. Oh, he is. He is going to make a last stand at the capital. Foolish. Very foolish. He doesn't have a single chance of this. There we go. That's a stack wipe, followed by 50% war score from the battle. And once we finish up this siege, Finland will be ours. You know, that's the second time today I've taken Finland. Well, there's also this Finland, I suppose, but we're taking this Finland. I took Finland in Hearts of Iron just like an hour ago. Fantastic. Fantastic. So that's under our control at this time. Wonderful. We can change this guy's contract, and we're going to bump up his feudal levies. There we go. Wonderful. Okay, so this guy died. That's fine. So this murder is ready to go. 66% chance of success, 81% chance of secrecy. His time has come. All things fall eventually. Kingdoms, ladies, children pushed from high places. My agent will leave a trail of sweets leading up, 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 high enough to set little Chojars? I have no idea how I'm supposed to pronounce that. Stomach tingling. Once at the top, he will find a basket full of treats hanging over the wall. And as he reaches down to untie the rope, it would be so easy for him to slip. A tragedy, truly. He is dead. Everyone thinks he fell by accident. I had to do this. I had to do this. I did. I did actually have to do this. Now it's this guy's turn. Okay. 79.94. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. We can invite agents as well. So, like, for example, this guy, we can bribe him. That's probably going to put us up to 95.95. Yes. Fantastic. I accept that ransom. And we're going to need to do something about the stress, of course. We'll attend to this feast. That'll be nice. I would like to take Moldavia. I think that's going to be a good, solid move here. Unfortunately, he does hold too many counties to take with forced vassalization. We could just seize de jure lands. What are these claims that we have? Pretty mediocre. So I think we're just going to seize the de jure duchy over here. That'll be it for now. That'll at least get rid of this exclave. And we will go ahead and raise up our forces, I think, over here. Men-at-arms. Levy troops. 5,000 should be plenty. Isn't it just remarkable how the Byzantine emperor's children, male children, keep dying? That is remarkable. He just has the worst luck, clearly. That's what this is. It couldn't be anything else. It definitely couldn't be the person who has a lot to gain from those children dying. Definitely not. Because that person is the most ethical person in the world. Absolutely. I don't know what you're talking about. So, in we go. We're going to begin our slow siege over here. Farewell, my vassal. The Byzantine Empire is at this point ours, and we are continuing our spread into Europe. And that is fantastic. We are currently 9 direct vassals over our vassal limit, and there's not a lot we can do about that, in all honesty. We're just going to keep exceeding our vassal limit. And that's all there is to it. We just want to keep that as minimal as possible. We could, I suppose, start making double kings. And we honestly might want to. We're going to grab this over here. And we're going to grab embassies so that we can work on accomplished forger. Excellent. We're going to siege over here. These guys running around is fine. I'm not too concerned about it. The siege is taking a little longer than I would have liked, in all honesty, but it's fine. We're going to head up over here in a moment. 29 days to get there. Excellent. So that's 27%, and we're going to have ticking war score on our side as soon as we're done with this. Then I think we're going to siege up here, here. If they're still here, then we'll fight them there. And then after that, we'll siege here into their capital. It should be done long before we hit their capital. But that's the overall arc of this war. And then we're going to head over here. 41% war score. Yeah, we're going to be done before we hit their capital for sure. I am quite certain of that one. Things are going to get really spicy when we inherit the Byzantine Empire. Like, really spicy. Like, we need to restructure the realm spicy. It's going to be very interesting. Because we're going to need to make double kings. We are absolutely going to need to make double kings. Another child. That's good. Very, very good. We'll find out in 9 months if it's male. If we have a fourth daughter, I'm going to be very sad. A daughter would be acceptable, assuming that he has no further sons. Now, he did promise to be faithful to us, but I'm not sure how that affects his relationship with his secondary spouses. We are, after all, a polygamous religion. So, they haven't gotten pregnant, so there's that. So we'll see. This child will, of course, go away here in about 3 months. And I did expect them to fight us up here, so that was why we hit their capital, but that ended up doing the trick. We'll enforce those demands, disband our troops, and fantastic. That got us this section of territory. Okay, I would like to attack this up here quickly, because... Oh, do we no longer have the claims here? I think we no longer have the claim here. Sad. The guy who had the claim must have died during the truce. I'm definitely very sad about that. Forced vassalization won't work currently. We could seize a de jure Raj. Where even is that de jure Raj? Oh, up here. That's just a single county, isn't it? It is. Okay. It's not ideal. We do need to do it at some point. We're going to be able to attack Turov very, very shortly here. These are our current claims. This guy has slightly more claims. Okay. Good to know. What other wars can we declare? On Sardinia and Corsica. That's pretty solid, actually. That's quite solid. They only have 3,600 troops as well. We're going to do it. We can raise up our troops right over here and not be that far away. So we're going to raise up our men-at-arms, and honestly, only our men-at-arms. And we're going to tell them, come on over, hit their capital immediately, as soon as you're done raising. Fantastic. He did raise in a holy order. That brings him up enough that we're actually going to stop that, and we're going to bring in a few levy troops. I'm going to bring in 10,000 levy troops, just to counteract that holy order. I mean, he can't do anything, right? He's definitely going to lose. It just adds in that extra little bit of complexity. So we'll just raise up about 10,000 troops. It's hard to find a man willing to raise a hand against an infant, but to find one willing to place a scorpion in a cradle is much easier. I watch my agent stuff the red scorpion into a small bag and shiver. thing is almost as big as his future victim. See it done, whatever the price. The deed is done. He'll never get to grow up. We'll never get to know what the pains and pleasures of this world were. Apparently it was a quick death, the venom doing its job before my agent had even left the room. Just as quick were the guards, however, and they soon had my agents in chains. Was mercifully executed before he could mention me as the force behind the crime. Had to do this. I had to do this. I did have to do this, in all honesty. That was a required move, right there. Now we're pregnant again, and we're hoping that this is a male child. If this is a male child, then we don't need to kill any other future children. We're going to head over here with our 10,000 troops, although we're just going to make our way into the sea zone for right now. And these guys, they're going to follow in about 30 days. We're not going to make our landing just yet until we can see what's going on over here. This guy currently has access to 9,500 troops, and they will be higher quality than these 10k, so that is going to be a thing. We are going to go ahead and hit the books and learn to speak Greek. Excellent. So let's see what's going on over here. Yes, this is correct. This is our daughter, player heir, and ward. However, if we have a male child, the male child will become the player heir. Now, because we can designate heir, we would have been okay with having our current firstborn be the one that is our heir. But we can't control that for the Byzantine Empire. So we have to have this guy be our son and heir. Fantastic. He immediately gets a diplomacy education, and he immediately goes to university. Wonderful. We're just waiting over here for right now, although we can see that their holy order is not here. So we're going to bring... Oh, their holy order is here. We're going to wait here. They are apparently embarking. They're locked into that, and we're going to allow it. We're going to allow them to embark, and then we're going to go in. We're going to start a slow siege. If they want to try to do a siege fight here, we are absolutely going to win this. I don't know why they think this is a good idea, but whatever. They should have opposed our landing. Yes, see that done. Excellent. And at this point, we now know that the Byzantine Empire is completely in our grasp. So no need to worry too much about that unless that child dies, which it's a theoretical possibility, I suppose. We're going to, I think, begin work on claims up over here in Estonia. Excellent. So Sardinia and Corsica will be ours quite quickly. There is, unfortunately, this bit of Francia over here that we'll need to deal with. Luckily, Francia isn't a threat to us. Although we may want to try to inherit it the way we did the Byzantine Empire. I have no idea how we'd be able to do that. That would be interesting. We'd need to put someone of the correct religion onto the throne. And I don't think anybody over here has claims just yet. So that'll take some time. We're going to siege our way up this direction on Sardinia here. Fantastic. And we'll head on up. Only 34% war score right now. I was hoping to have a little higher war score than this from these two, but I guess it's okay. That's 8.1. That's really not very much, is it? They're in another war as well. Ah. I see. This person endorses us and endorses us sufficiently that we don't need to worry about it. We'll fabricate claims even faster. This siege is actually kind of slow. Level 21 fort here. That's okay. Remember, there's less than 100 years left in this particular game. So I don't think we're going to be able to conquer the whole world. We embarked on that quest kind of late, but we have made some great progress on it. A world conquest might be an interesting thing to do in the next CK3 playthrough. We'll see. We'll see what we want to do on that front. Another pregnancy, we no longer care, although another male child would be good to have as a backup, especially considering that this guy has not had another male child. So yeah, another male child would be really, really good for us. A female child would be fine for diplomatic negotiations and things like that, but a male child would be the most useful thing right now, and then after that, we don't care about the gender of the child, and it would be fine to go either way. Completely irrelevant beyond the next male child. So that'll be fine. We'll just keep an eye on this. But for now, it should be great. We could argue that we have a claim on the duchy. Yes! Do it! Okay, so how much does that actually get us on that duchy? That gives us all of these. That's pretty solid, actually. That means that we can come over here and begin fabrications. And so we shall. So we're now sieging up on Corsica, and we will make our way up to the barony of Bastia in just a moment. Here we're at 82% war score. 99% war score. How's this guy doing in his other war? Okay, that's fine. We're going to have to go deal with this after we win this war, but that's okay. And we're not too concerned about this siege. This will get us the war score that we need, and then these guys will immediately start heading over to here. We'll let that siege finish up. There we go. And we are going to go ahead and enforce our demands there. That, of course, puts us into this war. Ah, this is her primary force. We can actually walk straight on down here. We'll resupply-ish along the way. In some of these locations, maybe. Yes, write that wrong. Fantastic. We're going to make our way on down. They do have ticking war score, so we'll need to deal with that. But we're going to fight their army first. We'll win their unwavering loyalty. That will be absolutely fine. We can change this guy's contract, and so we shall. Wonderful. And we'll make our way on in over here. We will absolutely win this fight. They have nowhere to flee to. And I believe we'll even get there before they win the siege. Yeah, they're giving up on the siege. Okay, sounds good. We had another daughter. That's okay. It's not the most ideal scenario, but it's fine. It is fine. We have now mothered many children. So +5 general opinion. Not bad. We stack wiped their force, and we're going to come over here and stack wipe their other force now. No problem whatsoever. And that's actually... Okay, so our current daughter is sickly. But that's actually the end of that war. Perfect. So we'll go ahead and do that. Disband our troops. Sounds good. So at this point... This is all looking great. Absolutely fantastic. We can attack like Turov, we can attack Estonia. There's a lot of targets over here that we can go after. I would love to go after this guy. It's not really currently an option. Yes, see that done. And we will go ahead and work on fabricating a claim right on over here. We'll go for that one. Fantastic. Only 7 months per claim right now. That's kind of huge. If we were to attack Estonia, we could seize our claims. And actually, we already have a claim here. We don't need to fabricate this one. So we'll go up over here instead. There we go. Fantastic. Now we could attack 2nd Finland. And I think we should attack 2nd Finland. Let's do it. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode is when we will attack 2nd Finland. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.